Hey students, how are you all? Once again, welcome back to another interesting session of the online English classes. In today's video, we are going to continue with our discussion of the chapter Ice Cream Man. So, 2 videos have already been uploaded for this chapter. This is the third one and the final one in this series. But before we move on to the discussion of the next part, it's very important to first have a look at the important things that were discussed in the previous video. In the previous videos, we had discussed that Rachel Field has composed the poem Ice Cream Man. The Ice Cream Man is everyone's favorite during summer as he sells delicious ice creams. The ice cream cart also has an umbrella on top, beneath which the ice cream man sells varieties of ice cream. So this is where we had stopped our discussion. Now let us move on to the third paragraph of the poem. Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry or chilly things to drink from bottles full of frosty fizz, green, orange, white or pink. Okay, so let us break each of the part and discuss. Very first line says vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. What do you think are these things? These are the different flavors of ice cream. Now we are very well acquainted with these flavors, yes, and we also have butterscotch flavor. So vanilla, chocolate, strawberry and butterscotch flavors are the most common flavors that we find in India. Let us see some more flavors that can be had while choosing ice creams. As you can already see, there are 2 pictures in front of you. The picture on your left hand side is the one where you get to see the most common flavors available in our country. So strawberries are vanilla, chocolate, mint, mango, blueberry, caramel and Big Mix. So these are the different flavors that we find most commonly in all ice cream shops. Yes, now Big Mix is an ice cream which has multiple mounds or multiple flavors of ice cream on a single cone. Alright, now if you pay attention to the right hand side of your screen, you'll find multiple other flavors there. So what we know as only strawberry, vanilla, chocolate and butterscotch, these are not the only flavors that are there. There are many other flavors. If you can see, you'll understand there is a world-class chocolate. See, we know there is chocolate, but there are many divisions in that. Simple chocolate is there, world-class chocolate is there. Yes, also strawberry, there is bananas and strawberries, they're very strawberry. So multiple, types of flavors are available, and these are not the only ones. If you do a Google search, you'll find that there are thousands and thousands of different flavors depending on the country. So, by now we know that an ice cream man sells different flavors of ice cream. But that is not all. He sells other things as well. What are those other things? Chilly things, or chilly things to drink from bottles full of frosty fizz. So the word chilly means cold. Yes. Let us see what the words frosty and fizz mean. Now students, here you have to pay attention. The word frosty is an adjective which comes from the word frost, which is a noun. So let us see the meanings first. The word frost means a deposit of small white ice crystals formed on the ground or other surfaces when the temperature falls below freezing. That means when the temperature is below 0 degrees Celsius, we get to see frost. Yes, it is a deposit or it is a layer of small white crystals. Now, what is the meaning of the word frosty? It simply means very cold with frost forming on surfaces. Alright, so the bottles that the ice cream man has are frosty. if you see the bottles carefully, you may find that either the bottles are very, very cold, or in some cases they may also have frost on their surfaces. Now let us see what is meant by fizz. The word fizz means that it is a kind of a liquid that produces bubbles of gas and makes a hissing sound. Now you can already understand that from the picture itself. So whenever you are opening the bottles of Coke or other sort of drinks, you must have noticed that once the cap's seal is broken, the gas, you have to be very careful, right? Because the gas and the liquid, all of it starts coming out and we cannot control it, and in some cases it also spoils our clothes, right? So we have to be very careful while opening such bottles. So that is fizz, the liquid from which you can see bubbles of gas coming out, and when once it is opened, if it makes a hissing sound, that means it is a fizz. Or chilly things to drink from bottles full of frosty fizz. Alright, so this is something that we get apart from ice cream in an ice cream man's cart. Alright, so I hope now you have understood what frosty fizz means. It means bottles of drinks which are, which have gas in them and which also make a hissing sound once you open them. That it basically means that the drinks have soda in them. Yes, so and these are not just drinks, normal drinks, and these are chilled. These are not hot or in room temperature. These are very, very cold. So the moment you drink these, you have a feeling of satisfaction. Green, orange, white or pink. Now what are these? The colors refer to the color of the bottles. These are different flavors, yes, and these also refer to the different colors of the bottles that in which the frosty fizz is kept. His cart might be a flower bed. Alright, now the ice cream man's cart is compared to a flower bed. Strange. Let us see how. Of roses and sweet peas. Alright, roses is something that we know, but what are sweet peas? Here is a picture of both roses and sweet peas. These are both flowers. Roses are things which you are very, very well familiar with. And on the right hand side of your screen, you can see the picture of the flower which is called sweet peas. His cart might be a flower bed of roses and sweet peas, the way the children cluster around as thick as honeybees. Now students, we had thought that this is a poem about ice creams, but now it seems that it is a poem about a garden, right? Doesn't it look strange to you? Alright, we'll find out why the ice cream cart has been called a flower bed, but let us first see the meaning of the word cluster. Now students, you have to understand one thing. When you are dealing with the English language, you have to understand that there are words which have the same meaning in most of the cases, but they can be used as different parts of speech. Okay, here one such word is the word cluster. The word cluster can be used both as a noun and a verb. So let us see the meanings first. The meaning of the word cluster as a noun is a number of individuals grouped together in one place. Basically, a group of people. Alright? Now, the word cluster also functions as a verb, which means to form a group. Okay? So, when you're trying to form a group, that means you're clustering. Yes, you're clustering together. In this poem, the verb cluster has been applied. Do not consider the meaning of the word cluster when it is a noun. No, the second meaning of the word cluster as a verb is applicable in this poem. Alright students, now that you know the meaning of the cluster, I think you can easily understand what is happening here. Here, in this last stanza, the ice cream cart has been compared to a flower bed. Why? Because a flower bed has a variety of colors in it. And why do we get to see the colors? Because of the colorful flowers. There we get to see roses, there we get to see sweet peas. Also, in the very similar way, in an ice cream cart, we get to see different colors. Now, how do we get to see the colors in an ice cream cart? It is because of the colorful drinks and the colorful ice creams. Okay, so this is one point of similarity. The second point of similarity is the children and the honeybees. If you have noticed a garden or a flower bed, you must have seen there are different types of insects hovering over the garden, right? And the most common among them are the honeybees. So honeybees are all gathered together. They all, keep hovering over the flowers in a cluster. Just like that, the children who have gone to the ice cream man to buy ice cream also cluster around his cart, as if the ice cream cart is a garden full of flowers. This is the second point of similarity. Alright, so if a question comes on this, now I hope you'll be able to answer the question very easily. Alright students, now that we have completed our discussion on this poem, let us quickly go through a recap of the important things that we have discussed in today's video. The very first point of discussion was that an ice cream man sells ice creams in a variety of flavors and colorful fizzy drinks. Alright. There are many similarities between an ice cream cart and a flower bed. We have just now discussed that. And the third point of discussion was that the children love to cluster around an ice cream cart just like honeybees cluster around a flower bed. Now it's time for you to answer some very easy questions based on the chapter Ice Cream Man. Question number 1 is, name some food items that an ice cream man sells. Number 2, why do the children cluster around the ice cream man? Number 3, write the meanings of the words cluster and frosty. And number 4 is, why has the ice cream cart been compared to a flower bed? So these are very easy questions. I hope you'll face no difficulty in answering these. And even if you do, then there are two things that you can do about it. You can either read the chapter very well, thoroughly, and also you can once again watch this video. But this is not the end. In today's video, you're now going to watch an extra marks module of the chapter Ice Cream Man. Here you'll get to see the animation of this particular chapter.
Ice Cream Man. What is cold, sweet and creamy and wonderful to eat? Everyone's favorite treat, especially on a hot summer day, is an ice cream. And everyone's favorite person might just be the Ice Cream Man. Ice Cream Man is a beautiful poem written by Rachel Field. Read and enjoy. Ice Cream Man. When summer's in the city and bricks a blaze of heat, the Ice Cream Man with his little cart goes trundling down the street. Beneath his round umbrella, oh what a joyful sight, to see him fill the cones with mounds of cooling brown and white. Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, or chilly things to drink, from bottles full of frosty fizz, green, orange, white or pink. His cart might be a flower bed of roses and sweet peas, the way the children cluster round as thick as honey bees.
New words. Blaze, bright flame. The firefighters worked hard to extinguish the blaze. Trundling, moving on small broad wheels. The streetcar trundled down the avenue. Mound, heap, pile. Shekhar mounded firewood around the fireplace. Frosty fizz. Chill drink making a hissing bubbling sound. Ritu likes frosty grape fizz very much. Cluster. Close gathering, group of similar things. In the night sky, we can see many clusters of stars. Hi, I'm teacher Aparna. I will give you some extra knowledge related to the topics. Ice cream is a frozen dessert, usually made from dairy products such as milk and cream, combined with fruits or other ingredients and flavors. The origin of ice cream can be traced back to at least the 4th century BC. But ice cream was most likely known even earlier in China and other parts of Asia. At that time, ice cream was not really ice cream, but rather ice or snow flavored with fruit or honey. Discuss with your friends about the different varieties of ice cream available in your area.